This is a request video. This is going out to Glock. Please, Glock, if you hear this, I just want to say that you have been the savior for a lot of us gun guys out there. You have built a fine firearm. But we just want you to really please push this issue. Please, Glock, would you come out with a micro 380, please? Because like I said, maybe this month I'll have another a brand new handgun. I don't think it'll be the 380 this month, but in the next month or so I'll have my backup 380 pistol. I had an LCP, which is a fine little gun. There's just certain things I didn't like about it afterwards. Would own another one, yes, but I wouldn't make it I wouldn't carry it a lot faithfully unless I had to. But Glock, please come out with a micro mouse gun. Maybe you guys don't want to come out with it because most of the time those little 380s and little mouse guns like that, they have a lot of issues. But I think you guys can get it right because you make a good gun, a great product. Your knives are great for value. They really have great knives, strong knives for the price, just like your guns. Good price guns, excellent reliability. I've seen people complaining about the car 380. I'm seeing a lot of it. I'm talking about, oh man, I don't know. Check my subs. It was a new guy I just subbed to a few minutes ago. He doesn't have that many videos. He only have one upload, and it was about his car 380. He had to send it back 3 times. Granted, he probably got a lemon, but that's not the first time I've heard the stories about it. But I still like the little gun. It just looks really nice. It looks like maybe he just got a bad one. But I've seen a lot, and I've seen bad stuff about the Taurus TCP, but now I'm starting to see good stuff about it. But I've seen bad stuff about the Diamondback 382. They say really stay away from that one. And it's sad because a lot of these little 380s, they all have something that I like, and then they have shit I don't like, and that's what turns me off from them. And that's why I haven't really bought any more of them after the LCP. You take the LCP. It's light. It's reliable as hell. That is a reliable gun. But the trigger sucks. I know it got to be, it has to have a strong trigger pull because it's so small. It needs to have it's kind of like a safety function. But really, it's not that bad, but it's not good for me. I don't really care for it. The Bodyguard 380 slide locks back. The LCP slide don't lock back. That's another no. I don't really like that. The slide locks back on the Bodyguard. The trigger is the worst trigger out of all the 380s out there. Out of all the little 380s, the Bodyguard is the most terrible trigger out of all of them. Then there's issues with the laser I heard coming loose. Smith & Wesson, ditch that laser. Have it as an option. Make some with the laser for people that want lasers. Make some without the laser. I think if you make it without the laser and lighten up that trigger pull just a little bit, you will have I think you would really start selling a lot more of those Bodyguards. I think the LCP is the top selling mouse 380 out there. I think if you do that, you'll be okay. Taurus TCP, great trigger. I've played with the trigger, really nice trigger. I just don't like the way that damn magazine. Sometimes I was getting it mixed up, putting it in backwards because the butt plate is turned this way. So I was getting it a little confused. But that is a sweet little trigger it has on it. Nice little trigger. That's the only complaint I have with the Taurus is that the magazine plate sucks. You need to just reverse the shit. I just don't like it. I think it'll confuse somebody in a stressful situation. But that's about it. Unless you learn the motor skill, just train yourself to learn it, then you'll be alright. Diamondback, oh man. The Diamondback has everything I want out of a 380. Because I like Glocks. And I think the Diamondback is the closest design to the Glock. the car is the next best thing to the, closer to the Glock design. But the Diamondback has it perfectly down packed. The takedown, I love that. The double captive recoil spring, perfect. The sights on the Diamondback are excellent. But the damn gun doesn't lock back. The trigger is okay, 'cause I played with the trigger on this. It's in between like the LCP and like the Bodyguard. It's like in between that, a little bit lighter than the LCP. But the damn gunners have so many growing pains. I've seen so many issues with the Diamondback 380 failing. The trigger bar breaking after 200 rounds. I've heard of a lot of stories, and it's like I see more bad than good. So that's steering me clear away from them. But that gun has everything I want, but it just has the slide doesn't lock, and it has these reliability issues. I was like, oh god. Then you got the Card P380, same thing, smooth as fuck trigger, slide locks back. Then I'm hearing all the reliability issues. I'm like, god damn. Takedown is not quite like the Diamondback, but it's easy. So I say Glock. I think you would, if you could get it down packed. I know they won't let your Glock 28s and all of those in. Those don't count as mouse guns. Those are like Glock 26 size guns. I'm talking about Diamondback size. If Glock would make one of those and it was proven reliable, let me tell you something. I think Glock will shut down the 380 pocket pistol market with that gun. I really think so. The Ruger LCP right now is the leader, is reigning supreme, because the Ruger LCP is reliable. I mean, I give it that. It goes bang whenever you want it to. But I think in a stressful situation, you got a semi-automatic, and the slide don't stay open. You gotta you empty your mag and the gun stays. I said this in my video I made about a month ago. You're shooting it at somebody. Slide doesn't lock back. Not only you don't know if there's any rounds in there, you don't know if it's a light strike. You might mess around and check your chamber and see if there's a bullet in there. That might cause you to get killed, get shot by the person that's shooting at you. That's time consuming. Or, not to mention, you got to drop the mag out to put a new one in, and then you got to still rack the slide back to put it back in action. Why would you have to do that? If the gun is already open after the last round, slap in the mag, shut the damn slide closed, and you ready to go again. I don't see what part these manufacturers don't understand. I mean, I could kind of understand that more so with the Saturday night special, the $100 mouse guns. Maybe I can understand they're trying to cut corners. But if you're paying $300, $400, come on, man. Like a lot of like the North American arms and the Micro Desert Eagle 380. How you spending $400, $500 on a 380 and it don't even have that little feature in there? Nah, come on, that's ridiculous. So I think Glock. I don't know what they would call that model if it came out, man. But Glock, man. I think if they come out with one, it should be called Glock M380. That would be for Mini 380. Oh, that would be awesome. M380. Glock, if you hear this video, please start making up the prototypes of a mouse 380. We need it out here. We need you. We had a lot of options, but we don't got a lot of good ones. I would have to say out of all of those that I named, and plus the other ones that's out there, I would say the best options out now, with all of the nitpicking aside, I'm talking about reliability. The best options you got is the Ruger LCP, maybe the Kel-Tec P380. The Taurus TCP, I've heard that it's coming up. It really is. And the car is questionable. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of bad stuff. I'm scared to spend $500 on a little 380. I would rather spend $500 on a 9mm and it don't work than $500 on a 380. That's not even my primary carry gun. I wouldn't feel as bad, But shit, man. Glock, please hear us. Do that. You would kill the market if it was a reliable. If your gun was proven reliable, which I probably doubt it won't. It probably would be. But you've been fucking up on your 4th gens. See, that's what you get for trying to fix something that ain't broken. Glock. You should have just left the Glock alone. 3rd gens are the best Glocks out there. Anyway, I'm out. This is Nut. Feedback is appreciated. I'm still considering the Car 380 and the TCP, Taurus TCP. I'm straddling between those two. Diamondback is out the question. Until years later on, if they can really get their shit together, I would definitely buy a Diamondback 380. Just for the simple fact, it reminds me of my favorite Glock, my Glock 30. That's my favorite Glock. So it looks like a mini Glock 30. That's why only reason I would have bought it. But like everybody said, they used to bash the Cmon all the time too. And I went ahead and bought it and didn't care what nobody said. And my Cmon was a super duper reliable gun. I mean, 1700 rounds straight through it. I mean, I didn't even clean it out the box. There were times I didn't even clean the Cmon. I just shoot it at the range, put it on top of the closet, and don't shoot it for another 3 months. Take it back to the range and shoot 200 more rounds, 300 more. But these little 380s, man, they picky, and a lot of times they got a lot of issues with them because they're so tiny. They got a lot of things going on. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to get my 40C this month. Probably come up with that and like one of my shotguns. It's either that or a Ruger 1022 and a 40 cal pistol. And that's my Christmas gift to myself. Even though I say I don't really follow Christmas, but hey, listen, when it comes to guns, I follow Christmas. All right, man. I've been babbling. Get back to me if you agree with what I'm saying about Glock. Get back.